Why is Sephiroth so obsessed with Cloud? Let's talk about it using the material that we have from the compilation of Final Fantasy VII, including the original, the complementary games and materials like the books, and the remake games. So this is obviously going to contain spoilers for all of that material. But getting into it, I think there's both a emotional answer for why Sephiroth is so obsessed with Cloud. There's also a practical answer, one that's driven by logic. So, getting into the emotional answer first, you have to accept the fact that Sephiroth, up until the point where he's defeated by Cloud in the original Final Fantasy VII, has never actually been defeated. Really, the closest that he comes during the course of the Crisis Core, like mythos, the things that happen in that game, are that he is emotionally beaten by Genesis Rhapsodus. But up until that point, Sephiroth truly believes he is invincible. He has no reason to believe that's not true, especially after he finds the files in the basement of the Shinra Manor, realizes what he truly is. So, up until that point, Sephiroth really believes himself to be worthy of ruling the planet. He considers himself to be on an entirely different level. So, when the Nibelheim incident occurs and Cloud Strife, who to Sephiroth, this is a no-name soldier. We have to remember that there are a lot of backstories that describe what happened in Nibelheim, but in that moment, Sephiroth has no real clue who Cloud is. He's just a guy. He's just someone that he had seen. Sephiroth has already beaten Zack in that moment, who he actually had a relationship with. Up until this point, Sephiroth has no reason to think that anyone would be a threat. When he is defeated by Cloud, not once but like twice in that moment, it is a groundbreaking moment for him, I think. In the same way that like in the old school, like when you watch Naruto and Gaara gets injured for the first time, he sees his own blood and he like screams and freaks out. I think there's a similar reaction happening for Sephiroth, but it's much more muted, where he is not only like wounded, he is impaled and then thrown into the life stream. In that moment, you have to assume that one, it is a traumatic experience for him. It's going to have some kind of like impact, just like the whole being beaten and impaled and thrown into the life stream thing. But also, it's the fact that when he goes into the live stream, we're shown many examples of like people's emotions being heightened, them being influenced by the live stream in different ways. So in the same way that like it can affect our other characters, I see no reason for it not to impact Sephiroth similarly. So I think that's a big reason why Cloud stands out in his mind, is he is the only one at this point who has successfully defeated Sephiroth in battle. And that is something that I think Sephiroth takes really personally. When you get to the rest of the game and you see Sephiroth really fixating on Cloud, in the original it's more